VAT percent is nothing but selling price minus cost price. It will reduce the scope of under evaluation. It provides a board-based tax system. The tax charged by the dealers on the sale of the good during any fixed period is called as the output tax. Hello dear students, welcome to this session of basic mathematics class. I am Mr. Niranjan, faculty department of mathematics, Vidhyaashram PU College, the Temple of Excellence. Today in this session I am going to discuss regarding the second part of this chapter, sales tax and value added tax. In my previous class we have discussed regarding sales tax. Today I am going to take the problems on VAT, value added tax. Now let us know the problems based on value added tax. So you are going to get one question from this for 3 marks. So the weightage for this is 3 marks. So you may expect one 3 marks question from this value added tax, that is VAT. You know already the meaning of value added tax. Let me discuss in detail. Value added tax is nothing but VAT. That is, it is neither a new tax nor in addition to the existing sales tax. It is neither a new tax or in addition to the existing sales tax. It is the replacement of the sales tax. That's it. So it is neither a new tax nor in addition to the existing sales tax. It is the replacement of the sales tax. The replacement of the sales tax is called as the value added tax, denoted as VAT. The abbreviation for value added tax is VAT. So it is the replacement of the sales tax which already present. Now, so VAT is a form of sales tax. VAT is nothing but it's a form of a sales tax only. The difference is that it is collected in stages rather than at one point from the sales of goods. So instead of collecting at once, we are going to collect in the form of different stages. So the difference is the money is collected in the form of the stages. In the stages, it is going to collect other than 1 point from the sales of goods. Now, in VAT, in value added tax, the firm seller pays the first point of tax to the government and the subsequent seller pays the tax to the government on value added by them. So, that is, the firm seller pays the first point tax to the government and subsequently the seller pays to the government on the value added by them. So therefore, leading to a total tax exactly to the last point tax paid by the customer. So that means leading to a total tax exactly to the last point tax paid by the customer. Now, what are the advantages of VAT, value added tax? What are the advantages? So, let me discuss regarding the advantages. What are the advantages? It reduces the scope of under evaluation. So, it will reduce the scope of under evaluation. It provides a board-based tax system. So, it will provide a board-based tax system. Now, VAT paid by the shopkeeper is always equal to VAT percentage of selling price minus shopkeeper's purchase price. So, this is an important formula. VAT paid by the shopkeeper is calculated as VAT percentage of selling price minus shopkeeper's purchase price. Now, so VAT percent is nothing but selling price minus cost price. VAT percent can also be calculated using VAT percent into VAT percent of selling price minus cost price. That is selling price minus cost price. Now, the tax collected at different stages are input tax. There are different types of tax collection. So, the tax collected at different stages are, the first one is the input tax. Tax paid by a dealer on purchase of good for the resale during any fixed tax period is called as the input tax. That means the tax paid by the dealer, whatever the tax paid by the dealer for the purchase of the good for resale during any fixed tax period is called as the input tax. Now, what is an output tax? The second concept is an output tax. Output tax means the tax charged by the dealers. The tax charged by the dealers on the sale of good during any fixed period is called as the output. So first one is the input is nothing but the tax paid by the dealer. The tax paid by the dealers on the purchase of good, whereas the tax charged by the dealers on the sale of the good during any fixed period is called as the output tax. Now, computation of VAT. So, net tax to be paid by the dealer is equal to output tax minus input tax is the computation of VAT. So, the difference between output tax and input tax is nothing but the net tax paid by the dealer. Now, based on this, let us take an example for 3 marks. This is an important question for 3 marks, right? So, a shopkeeper purchase an article for rupees 7,000 and sell it to a customer for rupees 8,200. If VAT rate is 6%, if the VAT rate is 6%, find the VAT paid by the shopkeeper. Very simple problem. A shopkeeper purchase an article for rupees 7,000 and sell it to a customer for 8,200. So, you will purchase for 7,000 and sell it for 8,200. If the VAT rate is 6%, find the VAT paid by the shopkeeper, right? So, what is to find out? VAT paid by the shopkeeper. VAT paid by the shopkeeper. VAT paid by the shopkeeper is equal to, so this is nothing but VAT percentage of the difference between SP and CP, that is SP minus CP. VAT percent of SP minus CP. So that is equal to VAT percent. What is the VAT percent? 6%. 6% of selling price minus CP, that is purchased the article for 7,000 and sell it for 8,000. So 8,200 minus 7,000. So that's equal to 6% of 8,200 minus 7,000 is 1,200. So 6% of 1,200 is 1,200 into 6 divided by 100. So these two gets cancelled, 72. So therefore, the VAT paid is equal to rupees 72. That's it. This is the VAT amount. Okay. Very simple problem. See. So, a shopkeeper purchased an article for 7,000 and he will sell it for 8,200 rupees. If the VAT is 6%, find the VAT paid by the shopkeeper. So, VAT paid by the shopkeeper is nothing but VAT percent of SP minus CP. So, that is VAT percent of SP minus CP is nothing but 6% of 8,200 minus 7,000. That is nothing but 6% of 1,200. Just calculate 6% of 1,200. So, 1,200 into 6 divided by 100, that is equal to 72 rupees is the tax paid by the shopkeeper. Okay. Now, move on to the next problem. Mr. Arya purchased an article for rupees 3,100 and sell it to Mr. Arvind for rupees 4,250, and then Mr. Arvind in turn sell it to Mr. Anil for rupees 5,000. The VAT levied is 10%. Find the VAT levied on Arya and Arvind. So just go to the question carefully. Mr. Arya purchased an article for 3,100 and sell it to Arvind for 4,250. Again, Arvind will sell it to Mr. Anil for rupees 5,000 rupees. So A will sell to B, B will sell to C. To 3,100 to 4,250, again 4,250 to 5,000 rupees. If the VAT levied is 10%, find the VAT levied on Arya, that is the VAT levied on Arya as well as on Arvind. So we have to find out the VAT on Arya and Arvind. Okay, very important problem. So VAT paid by Arya is equal to, let us calculate the VAT paid by Arya is equal to 10% of SP minus CP. So here what is SP minus CP? That is nothing but 10% off. So 4,250 minus 3,100. This is considered as the selling price and the cost price. Now this is equal to 10% of 4,250 minus 3,100 is 1,150. 1,150. Okay. So what is this equal to? So this is equal to 10 into 1,150 divided by 100. So that's equal to 115 rupees. So therefore VAT is equal to 115 rupees on area. So area is going to pay 115 rupees VAT. Okay. Now just find out the VAT paid by Arvind. VAT paid by Arvind. So VAT paid by Arvind is equal to same 10% of same SP minus CP, that is 10% of. So what is that? So 5,000 minus 4,250. So that's equal to 10% of 5,000 minus 4,250 is nothing but 750. So 10% of 750 is 10 into 750 divided by 100. So that's equal to 75. So therefore VAT paid by Arvind is equal to rupees 75. Okay. This is how we are going to solve this type of problem. So first find out the VAT paid by Arya. Arya, that is nothing but 10% of the difference between these two. Suppose assume that SP and CP has 3,100 and 4,250. Then the difference of these two is 1,150. 10% of 1,150 is 115 rupees is the VAT paid by Arya. Similarly, find out the VAT paid by 5,000 and 4,250, that is for Arvind. The difference, selling price minus cost price, is considered 5,000 and 4,250. So the difference is 750. So 10% of 750 is 75 rupees. So therefore the VAT paid by Arvind is equal to 75 and area is equal to rupees 150. That's it. Hope you followed. Now move on to the next problem. A shopkeeper purchased an item of rupees 100 at 8% VAT and sell it at rupees 120 to the customer, and the customer also paid 8% VAT to the shopkeeper. How much amount did the shopkeeper deposit to the government as the VAT? Very important problem and simple problem. A shopkeeper purchase an item, he will purchase an item for rupees 100 at 8% VAT and sell it at rupees 120. He will purchase for 100 rupees and sell it for 120. And the customer also paid 8% VAT to the shopkeeper. How much amount did the shopkeeper deposit to the government as VAT, value added tax? Now first calculate the VAT paid by the shopkeeper. VAT paid by the shopkeeper. So VAT paid by the shopkeeper for rupees 100. 8% of rupees 100. 8% of rupees 100. So that's equal to 8 into 100 divided by 100, that's equal to 8. So you will pay a VAT of rupees 8 rupees. Now what is the tax paid by the customer? So the VAT paid by the customer, VAT paid by the customer is equal to 8% of rupees 120. So that's equal to 8 into 120 divided by 100. That's equal to, this is equal to, simplify, 9.6. 9 rupees 65 cents. 9.60. So the VAT paid by the shopkeeper is 8 rupees and the VAT paid by the customer is equal to 9 rupees 60 paisa. Okay. So therefore the tax charged on customer is equal to 9.60 minus 8, that's equal to 1.60. This is the tax charged on the customer. So therefore the total VAT paid to the government, is equal to rupees 8 plus 1.60, that is 9.60. This is the total VAT. Okay. So therefore the total VAT paid to the government is rupees 9.60. 9 rupees 60 paisa is the VAT, total VAT paid to the government. Okay. So very important problem. Let us move on to the next problem. A shopkeeper purchased an electric iron of rupees 1000 at 8% VAT. So a shopkeeper purchased an electric iron of rupees 1000 by paying 8% VAT from the wholesale and sell it to the customer at rupees 1400 at 8% VAT again. So you will purchase for 1000 by paying 8% VAT. Again you will sell the article, the same iron box, to the customer for 1400 at a VAT of 8%. Find the amount paid by the customer and the VAT to be paid by the shopkeeper. Very important. Now first find out the amount paid by the customer. Okay. So VAT percent. So first one, VAT. So VAT paid by the customer. So first VAT at 8% is equal to 8% of SP minus CP. That's equal to 8% of, so what is that? 1400 minus 1000. So that's equal to 8% of 400. That's equal to 8 into 400 divided by 100. That's equal to 32. So therefore the VAT paid by the customer is equal to, the VAT paid by the shopkeeper is equal to rupees 32. So this is B. VAT paid by the customer is equal to rupees 32. Now amount paid by the customer. Just find out the amount paid by the customer. Now the amount paid by the customer, just find out 8% of 1400. That's it. So that's equal to, now the second one, VAT of 1400 at 8% is equal to 1400 into 8 divided by 100. That's equal to 14 into 8. 14 into 8 is 112. So therefore, so VAT paid by the customer, VAT is equal to rupees 112. This is the VAT paid by the customer. So therefore, the total amount paid by the customer, total amount paid by the customer is rupees 1400 plus VAT of rupees 112. So what is this equal to? Rupees 1512. So this is the amount paid by the customers. Listen. So the amount paid by the customer is equal to 8% plus 1400. 8% of 1400, that is nothing but 1512. And the VAT paid by the shopkeeper is nothing but 8% of 1000 rupees. That is nothing but 8% of 1000 rupees is 32 rupees. So the VAT paid by the shopkeeper is 32 rupees and the total amount paid by the customer is equal to rupees 1512. That's it. This is how we are going to solve this problem. Okay. Move on to the next problem. A shopkeeper brought a TV at a discount of 30%. What is the discount? 30% of the listed price of rupees 24,000. Right. So you will brought a TV of rupees 24,000 at the discounted rate of 30%. Then the shopkeeper offer a discount of 10%. He will offer a discount of 10% of the listed price to the customer. If the VAT is 10%, find the amount paid by the customer and the VAT to be paid by the shopkeeper as that of the previous problem itself. Okay. Now just calculate the selling price. Selling price. So here the shopkeeper brought a TV at a discount of 30%. So that means selling price is equal to 70%, 100 minus 30, 70% of 24,000 rupees. That's equal to 70 into 24,000 divided by 100. So these two zeros gets cancelled. 70 into 240, that's equal to rupees 16,800. Okay. So therefore, selling price of shopkeeper is equal to rupees 16,800. Okay. Now just find out the selling price of customer is equal to. So what is the selling price of the customer? The shopkeeper offer a discount of 10%. That means 90% of rupees 24,000. That's equal to 90 into 24,000 divided by 100. Cancel these two zeros. 90 into 240. What is this equal to? 21,600. So now what is the amount paid by the customer? Amount paid by the customer is equal to, after discount, 21,600 rupees, 21,600 plus 10% of VAT, that is for 21,600. So 21,600 plus 10% of 21,600. What is this equal to? This is equal to 21,600 plus 10 into 21,600 divided by 100. So that's equal to 21,600 plus 10 into 216. That's equal to 21,600 plus 216 into 10. That is nothing but 2,116. So totally this is equal to, add 21,600 plus 2,160 is equal to 23,760. Right. So therefore the total amount paid by the customer is rupees 23,760. This is the amount paid by the customer. So the amount paid by the customer. Second part of this is the VAT paid by the customer. What is the VAT paid by the customer? Now just find out the VAT. So VAT is equal to VAT is equal to 10% of SP minus CP, that is 21,600 minus 21,600 minus 16,800. 16,800. So this is equal to 10% of, what is the difference? 4,800. That's equal to 480. So this is the VAT paid. So the VAT paid by the shopkeeper is equal to 480 rupees. That's it. Okay. This is how we are going to solve. So the amount paid by the customer is equal to, the amount paid by the customer is 23,760, and the VAT paid by the shopkeeper is equal to 10% of 4,800. That's equal to 480 rupees is the VAT paid by the shopkeeper. So this is how we are going to solve this type of problem. So you may expect one question from this for 3 marks, right? Hope you followed. So that's all regarding today's session. Let us meet with a different concept in the next session. Thank you. Thank you very much.